Let's talk about Holley Sniper coolant temp sensors for a moment. I did a few videos. I haven't posted them yet, but I started noticing for some reason on our 69 Charger has a sniper on it, and I started noticing that the coolant temp sensor, when you come out here with the cold before you start the engine, the coolant temp sensor started to seem like it was giving a dubious reading from what the actual temperature was. Sure enough, it was. I took my little infrared gun here, and when we did it on the Charger, it was, I believe, about 75 degrees inside the shop. But whenever I would turn the sniper on inside the car, the sniper was telling me that the coolant temp sensor was already at 95 degrees, and this is without ever starting the engine. So that definitely affects your cold start and your fuel enrichment. So this is a new sniper out of the box. You guys saw our Pontiac video last week of getting this thing up and running. We've kept it on the engine stand just for some of these types of reasons to run some more videos. But I haven't started this thing in over a week, and we want to see what it's going to do when it cold starts. Now, I don't have the mufflers on it. They are off of it now, so it's going to be pretty loud. But let's see what this thing shoots the temperature right now with my infrared. It's telling me that it's 70 degrees. And that's about what it feels like in here, 70 degrees. So now, let's see what the sniper tells us. And let's see what this thing does if we do a cold start. So let's come over here and turn this thing on, turn the stand on, turn our here. Okay, so right there, as you see, we have a 17 degree differential. That's not right. This thing should be reading 70. So we're gonna need to get with Holley and get another coolant temp sensor. This is an issue. This is one of the small issues with the snipers. Now let me tell you what I did with my Charger. I went down to the O'Reilly's after I did some research on this, and I noticed they had the TX3 standard products. I put that in the Charger, and it read dead on with what it was. We're going to check the Charger also here in a second. Let's see what it does when we go to start it. Just curious here how it's going to affect this thing. Yeah. So yeah, that is an inherent issue. So I'm going to need to get with Holley this next week and tell them to send me another coolant temp sensor. So this seems to be an issue, and I noticed it with the Charger. Let's try the Charger out here in a moment. Let me move some cars around, but it has a replacement, like I said just a few minutes ago. I think this thing was $25 from O'Reilly's. It's a standard motor products, and the part number is TX3. So let's see what it does here in a second. Okay, I just raised the hood on the Charger. Hadn't been started since last week. Again, let's see what the new coolant temp sensor will say once we get inside. But right now, out here, 69.26. So you get the idea. Right at 69.5 degrees. Would make sense with the hood being closed. Now, we're going to get in the car. We're going to see what the sniper tells us. Okay, we're in the car, and I'm about to turn the key on. Let's see what our coolant temp sensor says now. Look, 72. So there's only a 3 degree deviation from what it was showing with my little gun. Now, again, this is the standard TX3 from O'Reilly's. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start it up. I do need to probably adjust the multiplier on this and I have not adjusted any fuel enrichment, but on the Sniper that's on the Pontiac that came with the coolant temp sensor that came with the Sniper. So that's an issue, folks, and I hope this helps. It definitely did me, because usually I have to crank on it a lot longer to get it to start. So I didn't have to lay on the starter near as long, and obviously it's made a difference. So yeah, Standard Motors products, TX3, to replace your Holley Sniper coolant temp sensor. You know, I'm going to call Holley and tell them to send me another one. We're going to see what it's going to do, but I'm not letting this engine go to Glenn until we get this resolved. So hope this helps, everybody.